Chapter 3, why people don't ask for a pay rise. Now, you might think to yourself, why wouldn't you ask for a pay rise? You know, that's ludicrousy. I've been here a year, I've done a good job, I'll ask for a pay rise. But it sometimes goes quite a bit deeper than that. So, let's talk about the fear factor. You have fear of being rejected, so you don't ask for a pay rise. You have fear as coming across as being too pushy, so you don't ask for a pay rise. You've got fear of resentment from your future boss because he had to give you a pay rise. Or you've got fear of being miserable if you ask and they actually say no. So there's the 4 fears that you have. Let's dig down a bit deeper on those fears so that you truly understand why people don't ask for a pay rise. And as we go through this, I want to see if you recognize you in any of these things. So here's the first justification that people come up with for why they don't ask for a pay rise, and that's this: I'm already earning enough. They're happy with the wage that they're on, they live on it, they get paid regularly, so therefore I won't ask for a pay rise because I'm already earning enough. Here's excuse number 2. I'm getting paid more than others are who are doing the same role. So therefore, I know I'm getting paid 65, he's doing the same role as me, he's on 60, I won't ask for a pay rise. So what? You're probably doing a better job than them, you've probably been there longer, and you probably have more input into the business, and that means that you probably deserve another pay rise. Here's another excuse. You love your job so much that you don't want to lose it. And you think that if I ask for a pay rise, they might think, I'll get rid of them. Well, probably not. But, you know, that's telling yourself that you love your job so much that the money you're being paid is sufficient is actually devaluing the efforts that you're making to do a good job in the first place. Another reason people don't ask for a pay rise is because of their humility. While having humble thoughtfulness for others is perfect now and again, it doesn't pay to be a lifelong doormat, right? You should get paid what you're worth, and there's nothing wrong in asking to be remunerated for the efforts and the quality that you produce within your work. Another reason why people are, shall we say, standoffish about asking for a pay rise is that they're scared of what we call tall poppy syndrome. Now, tall poppy syndrome basically says, you know, I don't want to earn too much or be too better than anyone else, so I'll just stick with where I'm at in case I do get that pay rise and someone chops me down. Well, that probably comes from another reason, which is the person has a lack of self-esteem. They're doing a really good job, but they talk themselves out of it. They tell themselves that other people are cleverer or they're more worthy of it, and they're just not up to it and they don't deserve it. If that's you, stop it. Write it down. We'll figure out if you deserve it or not. Another reason could be it's just purely a lack of confidence. They don't have the confidence to go and stand in front of their boss or their boss's boss or their supervisor and say, I want to talk to you about reviewing my remuneration. So they never do it. Could also be because of a lack of self-worth. People sometimes confuse, this is very important, they confuse their professional worth with their personal worth. So your personal worth isn't up for examination in the workplace. That's up for you to deal with. Your professional worth that you need to spend a little time polishing so that you can turn into an impressive presentation of why you get a pay rise. Not because of personally who they think you are. It's professionally what you do and bring to the business. Here's an interesting one. It doesn't come up that often, but occasionally people don't ask for a pay rise because of apathy. They just don't care. Maybe it was past experiences that taught them that asking was a waste of time, or maybe they actually don't care what they get paid. The money goes in, they never look at it. I've met very few people like this, but believe me, they are out there. Here's another one. The person tells themselves, I won't ask for a pay rise because I'll get recognised sooner or later. I've done my job well and they'll call me in sooner or later and increase my pay without me having to go through the trouble of asking them to do it myself. What do you think the chances of that are? Well, from time to time it does happen, but most of the time, if you're not the squeaky wheel, you're not going to get any oil. Here's another interesting one. Some people have personal beliefs about money that they see it as a bad thing. They might see rich people as being greedy or lazy. They might see money matters as being below them, that they don't handle, they don't deal with things like that. It's beneath them. And so they never ask for pay rises because it's one of those things that it's just a personal belief that they shouldn't have to deal with. So here's the final question. When you're trying to convince yourself that you don't need to ask for a pay rise, ask yourself this: would you do it for free? And the answer is probably no. So after you've come up with all of these excuses of why you can't, if the answer to the job question is, no, I wouldn't do it for free, then go and get paid exactly what you're worth.